Welcome to Menopause Strong. This is our 31-day journey to help to build strength, boost energy, and improve tone. Today we're working on a lower body workout. So this is day number 5, and we're working through a body weight workout to improve the strength and tone in your legs. Okay, this is a joint friendly workout today. So you don't need anything for this session today, no weights at all. And I know that you might think that that means it's going to be easy or it's not going to boost your strength, but using your body weight as resistance is actually really tough. If you are actually using your body weight as resistance, you're using your body weight in a really, really functional way to help improve your strength. And also it will help to minimize injuries as we work through the program. So just trust me on this session. We are going to be getting into this session. It's around about 20 minutes. We've got a warm up. We've got the main session. The first half of the session is up on our feet. The second half is down to the mat. And of course, I do have some adaptations and variations as we go through that as well. And we have a little cool down at the end. So if you're ready, let's go. We are going to start with a really simple march. So the first thing you're going to do is you're just going to drive up that knee and have the opposite hand working. So just a really simple little march to start with. And you can work at whatever pace you want to, however you feel that you want to get started with this. You can improve the rate of movement that you work with, so you can increase the speed as you go through. But I've got a little surprise here for you, because what I want you to do as you get into your stride is just take a pause and then do another little march and then take a pause. So you're just going to pause, march, 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 pause. Good. Trying to make sure that you're switching sides each time with your pause. So just working on a little bit of balance here in the warm-up, because we're going to see something really similar to this in the main session as we're working through today. Well done. Take a rest. Well done. Okay, we're going to be working through a little bit of upper body movement here into the next warm-up exercise. So starting with the fingertips coming out, brush the walls, brush the ceiling, coming down and sitting into a little squat as you sweep around in a nice big circle. So coming all the way around, inhale, exhale, good. Breathe yourself through this movement and really try and reach the absolute extremes of your fingertips here. So feel as you reach through, you can feel that stretch all the way into the upper arms if you're really stretching and reaching through. Well done. Let's do one more together and take a rest. Okay. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to work in a little bit of sideways movement and warm up into our sides of our body as well. So you're going to stretch out across, back in, stretch out across. So it's an overhead side reach with a side toe tap, push, push, push. And each time you reach over, try and engage those tummy muscles. So it's nice and tight through that midsection. Push, push, push. Well done. Lovely. 3, 2, 1. Final warm-up exercise today. And we're going to just kick your bum. So side to side, kick your bum, kick your bum. Well done. When you start to get comfortable with that movement, rocking side to side, you can start to open up into the arms as well. Get the arms involved. A little bit more coordination here in this session today. Hopefully feeling really restored and ready for this after yesterday's session. So day number 5, you've really broken the back of this first week now. And whether it's taken you 5 days, 7 days, or 10 days to get here, that is brilliant. I'm really, really pleased that you are here. It doesn't matter how long this 31-day journey takes you. It doesn't have to happen in 31 days. And take a rest. Well done. Okay, we're going to start in the main session now. So we're going to start from a standing position. Nice deep in-breath. Exhale. and you're gonna push the heel back on one leg. So you might need to hold on to something, a little bit of balance here. So you're just gonna push the heel back, come back into standing. Push the heel back, come back into standing. So join in when you're ready. If you're holding onto the back of a chair, let's say a dining chair, maybe you're holding onto a kitchen work surface here. So each time I'm just kicking that heel back, I'm just touching the toes down. Now, if you can manage to get yourself to a place where you can kick back and not touch those toes down, then that shows greater balance, better core control. But if you can't get there straight away, then that's okay. Okay, you're just really working on developing these really strong foundations here. 4, 3, 2, 1, take a little rest. We're gonna switch sides. You may have found in that exercise that the leg that was doing the kicking back was feeling okay, maybe a little tired, but the leg that was doing the supporting was the one that felt the most tired. And if that was the case, then don't panic, don't worry. That leg was doing a lot of work. It was supporting your entire body weight. Let's go on the other side. So remember, if you need to hold on to something, just a little fingertip touch, just to keep you strong and stable, then that's absolutely fine. Okay, let's really work on engaging our glute muscles, tummy muscles, core muscles, keeping your upper body straight, stable, head's not pushing forwards as I'm bringing the leg back. I'm not hinging or tipping as I'm coming back. So really trying to keep everything where it should be and focusing on the muscles that are really working. Good job. Well done. Lovely work. Okay, next thing we're gonna do is a sprinter's lunge. So here we're gonna draw back a leg. Okay, so one side here, bent knee, toe facing forwards. I've drawn back a leg, and then I'm gonna come up onto one foot with that knee bent. Back and up, back and up. And again, if you need to hold on to something for this exercise, then you can. We warmed this up slightly in our warm up with that march, okay? When you're coming back for that sprinter's lunge, tap the foot back, tap the toe back, keep the back nice and straight, really long movements, okay? Channel your inner Usain Bolt. You know what he looks like when he's down in that beautiful position, really reaching out right at the beginning of his sprint. Take a rest. Is that really long lunge that we're after? Okay, we're gonna switch sides. So really just imagining yourself into that really long shape as you're coming back here, and you can really bend yourself over. You can feel it into the back of the leg even more. So let's go up, back, up. And as you are upright, really upright, nice and long, really upright here. Good. Tummy muscles, super tight. Well done. Good. Lovely. 3, 2, 1, take a rest. Again, if that supporting leg was the one that was feeling it more than anything else, again, don't worry. There's a lot that that supporting leg is doing. Okay, next thing we're gonna do, are gonna add some more balance into the equation. We're gonna have our feet together. You're gonna step out to the side, push the bottom back, knee is bent, and you're gonna come up, foot tap, knee raise. Again, over to the side, foot tap, knee raise. Over to the side, foot tap, knee raise. I'm gonna show you what that looks like from the side, just so that you can check that your back is nice and straight. Over, knee. Now, you may find, especially if you have quite good balance, you don't need to tap that foot down after the first few. You can just come straight back up and go out, up, out, and up. Or you may find that you need to tap all the way through. Take a rest. Neither one is right, neither one is wrong. They're all whatever level you're on. It's like a sliding scale. Which one you're on is totally fine. They're all brilliant. We're going to switch sides and we're going to do it on the other side as well. So again, I'd certainly say for the first couple, definitely tap down. Let's go. Tap up. Good. And then if you are feeling that you have a really good balance anyway, then you can come straight into raising that knee without touching the toe. But if you need to give yourself a little more time, then please do. And don't get frustrated with it. You know, these sessions are about empowering you. They're not here to highlight things that you can't do. They're for you to find the way that you can do it and work on it, okay? Well done. 2, 1, take a rest. We're going to go back to that first exercise, the glute kickback. So if you need to have something to hold on to, fingertip touch onto a wall, back of the chair, kitchen work surface, whatever it is, we're going to be really keeping ourselves nice, up, straight. Upper body is really straight. We're kicking back with that heel, remember, kick, kick, kick. Well done. Good work. So a joint-friendly workout. There's no real ballistic movements. There's no jumping here. There's no overly working through one specific joint. Okay, so helping to strengthen up. Lots of foot and ankle work, as always, working through the hips as well. And yes, strengthening up all the areas that support the knees. Really important. Good. Take a little rest. Well done. So as we work through this journey together, just remember it's not all about just tick, 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 just getting each day done. Really make the most of the time that we have together. Okay, because actually 31 days is a really short period of time. Let's go. It might feel like a really long time, especially when you are really diligently trying to do those sessions either every day, every other day, 3 a week, 2 a week, whatever it is. Those 31 days may feel like they're taking a really long time, but in the grand scheme of things, 31 days is really not a lot. So let's really make sure that we take the time to invest in every single rep, every kickback, every breath. Well done. We can build this strength together. 2, 1, take a rest. Amazing work. Okay, we're going to go back in for those sprinters lunges. Again, not an easy exercise. A lot of balance here, a lot of control, and doing unilateral work, so work on one side of the body and then on the other side of the body. That exposes certain imbalances and weaknesses. Here we go. But I would rather know if I had imbalances and weaknesses and strengthen them rather than not know, because I've got a stronger side that always covers up for the non-dominant side. Okay, so it's always really good to just be in full possession of the facts. Breathe yourself through here. Good. Really work on elongating that stride at the back, raising up the knee. Good. 2, 1. Amazing work. We are going to switch sides. Well done. So really start to try and imagine the muscles that are working. You know, we're working a lot of lower body today. Of course, there's always going to be a lot of core as well, just because that's how we're built. Let's go. So we really need to make sure that our exercises incorporate the core to make them really functional. And if you're not sure what I mean by functional, what I mean is that these exercises have quite a high sort of carryover or crossover into your everyday life. So of course, you're not going to be doing this every day, but there are elements, standing on one foot, having good balance. You know, when you're putting your socks on, or you go and take the kids swimming or the grandkids swimming or whatever, and you're trying to put on the swimming costume. Things like that, isn't it? Take a rest. Just everyday little things where you just need those little extra components of balance, coordination. This is where you're going to learn it, and this is where you're going to really build on it, and you're going to see it in those little moments in everyday life. Okay, right. Let's do our lateral lunge. Let's go over to the side, coming back up, knee raise. Side, knee raise. Side, knee raise. So here, working inner and outer thigh, working the core, of course, working the glutes, working the lower legs, ankles, and feet. So really everything is involved here. And of course, you've got the brain involved with your balance and coordination efforts, keeping the chest nice and open, back straight. 2, 1, finish the one you're on. Well done. Okay. I'm so excited for this journey for you, by the way. I just feel like 31 days together is a real treat. It's a real privilege to be with you for 31 days, just to help you through this phase. Let's go of fitness. Well done. So please make sure you reach out to me on the comments. Let me know how you're doing. I'm recording these for January, when I know a lot of you find things tough. I mean, January is the longest month, isn't it? It takes forever. But with me by your side, those 31 days are gonna fly by. I'm not gonna make any promises. Good job. Keep going. But of course, the beauty of having these on YouTube is that you don't have to do it, take a rest in January. You can do it whenever you want, if you're doing it in April, August, or whenever. 31 days is 31 days of fitness. We're gonna get down to the mat next for our next exercise. And we're gonna do some side lying leg lifts. So get yourself into a side lying position, and we're gonna just bring up the leg and bring it down with control. So up to the side and down with control. Now I'm on my forearm here, so there's a little bit of shoulder work into this exercise here. If that is hard for you, if you've got a shoulder niggle, something that doesn't feel quite right in this position, you can lay down completely, okay, and you can cradle your head in the nook of your arm, or you can have your arm outstretched. So you have options, but just keep lifting that leg up and down. Well done. We are going to work to the other side. So coming around to the other side. If you're doing this from standing, by the way, then obviously it's a really quick change over to change sides. Ready, 2, 1, let's go. Coming up and down. Now the real trick here, whether you're standing or whether you're doing the lying down version with me, is to control both the rise and the fall, okay? So really making sure that you're using that full control that you have. This is where we're using your body as resistance. The weight of that leg coming up, and then you're controlling it on the way down. A leg is not a light thing. You've got the biggest bone in your body, in your leg, the femur. Okay, that alone is gonna weigh a few pounds. All right, without all of the connective tissues, muscles, and other bones you've got going on there. Well done. We're gonna spin round. We're gonna do that one more time each side. Okay, really focusing here on the control. And you can make this a little harder for yourself if you don't touch the feet together at the bottom. So let's go, raise up. So if you keep a little gap between the feet as the leg comes down, you're really gonna make it a little harder for yourself. Whether or not that's something you want to do, it's totally up to you. But I like to give variations to make things easier, but I also like to give variations to make things harder. Okay, because we're all different. Keep it going. Well done. Keep that core engaged. Lovely work. Good. 3, 2, 1. Take a rest, spin round. Let's change sides. So a lot of one-sided work today. Not all the exercises are one-sided. In fact, one is not one-sided. Everything else is unilateral or one-sided today. Let's go up and back down. But like I said, you know, it's a really great opportunity to find out if your dominant side is actually your dominant side. You might think, well, I'm right-handed, so I'm right-legged. You might not be. You might have a dominant left leg. You may find you've got a little twinge here or there. And it's a really great way to sort of work that out is by doing unilateral work like this. But it's also really great to build strength in a body weight context. Well done. 4, 3, 2, 1, and take your rest. From here, you're going to come and just have a little lie down. So you're going to lie down onto your back, really push your spine into the floor. Hands are down by the side, palms are down onto the mat. And what we're going to do from here is plant the feet into the floor. You're going to tilt your pelvis up towards your face and push your bottom up, squeeze your bum cheeks together and come down into a resting position. So up and squeeze, remembering to tilt that pelvis and back down. Up and squeeze. Good. Squeeze. Well done. Keep going. So this is our glute bridge. Really great way to just get the glutes firing and take a rest. Okay, onto an all fours position. There is a variation for this if you don't want to do it from an all fours position. I know some people really struggle with kneeling. So in all fours position, we've got the wrist, elbow and shoulder stacked as well as the knee and hip. And we're just gonna push up with a flat foot up to the ceiling, come back into neutral. Push, neutral. One side at a time. So I'm working on my right side here. And I'm really trying to keep my tummy muscles, my back muscles really tight, really engaged as I'm pushing that foot up to the ceiling. So what I'm not doing is I'm not rocking around. There's not loads and loads of movement through my midsection. So that's what I'd like you to do. Really keep your midsection nice and tight. 2, 1, take a rest. Well done. We are going to switch sides. Just a moment. If you need to just rest those wrists, I know that some of you will really struggle into that all fours position just because of the wrists. Do a quick reverse prayer. Push the elbows down a little bit and just stretch out those wrists. Let's go for the other side. Push, push. Flat foot onto the ceiling. Breathing through. Good. So you are not only working through the lower body here and the core, but also you are supporting your body weight through 3 points of contact, 2 hands and 1 knee, and the toe as well if you're using that on the same side. But that means that you're working your core strength really well. And take a little rest. But also you are using that upper body strength as well in a really, really functional sense. So before we loop back around to those glute bridges, we are just going to stay in this position. We're going to bring one leg out behind you, nice and straight, toes are onto the mat, and we're going to bring it out to the side, tap, over, tap. So imagine you're drawing a rainbow, tap, tap, tap. Okay? Drawing a rainbow with your toes, over and over. Fingertips stay facing forwards as you do this. If you want to make it slightly easier, reduce the range. If you want to really stretch yourself, increase the range, and you can also not tap the toes. So you keep the toes floating, floating, floating. Well done. 2, 1, take a little rest, come up onto your knees. Again, if you need to, do that reverse prayer. Just just to stretch out, and you can also do the prayer, okay, just to get the blood flowing back into those wrists. Again, if you find that tricky, you can build up wrist strength. Let's go on the other side. I do have a video all about the wrists, some stretches and some work to strengthen them. I will tag that in this video, either at the end or in the description. And if I haven't, then ask me in the comments and I will put a link there for you. Good. Well done. So keep that tummy really tight. Good. 2, 1. Fantastic work. Back onto your back then. We're going to do that glute bridge one more time. And I do have a little extra for you if you want it. So last time we just tilted that pelvis towards your face, push up and came back down. This time, if you want it, you can come up and you can march, then come back down again. So coming up, march, come back down again. It's an optional extra. You do not have to do that if you don't want to. If you just prefer to do your glute bridge up and down, then feel free to do that. Otherwise, up, march, come back down. Good. Lovely. Take a rest. We're into the last 2 exercises and you know what they are because we've already done them. We've got the donkey kick and the rainbow kicks. So in all fours position for the donkey kicks. Again, if you need to just stop and stretch out those wrists at any time, then please feel free to do that. Let's go. Nice bent knee, flat foot, trying to get that footprint onto the ceiling. No jerky movements that are causing you to really arch through the back. Good, tummy's tight. And I'm not putting too much weight through my fingertips and wrists. I'm holding a lot of weight in through the core by really engaging there and fixing myself into the ground. Good. Push, push. Flat foot onto the ceiling. You're doing so well. Take a rest. We are going to switch sides. Again, if you need to just come off those wrists, if you want to do something a little bit different, bring each finger in turn into that fleshy bit of your thumb. Touch, touch, touch. Again, it just helps to just increase that blood flow back through to the wrists. Let's go. Push, push, flat foot. Well done. Keep it going. Knee is bent. Foot onto the ceiling. Core muscles are tight. And if you can only manage 3 or 4 of these at this point in time, then that's fine. Just work to your level. That's absolutely all I can ask of you. Take a rest. Because we're right at the beginning of this journey, and you may find by the end, you can do so much more than you could have done at the beginning. Some of that is going to be about mental strength and resilience, and some of it is going to be your fitness improving, okay? But I can promise you, let's go for those rainbow kicks. I can promise you that with regular exercise and with a little bit of discipline and hard work, you will get the results that you deserve, okay? So if you have put hardly any work in and you've turned up to maybe 1 or 2 sessions, you'll get the results for that. If you turn up every day and you work really hard and you're really focused, you will get the results for that, okay? And they don't come easy and they don't come quick. And I'm not in the business of telling you that they will, because I don't want to lie to you. And take a rest. But if you work hard to get those results, They will be long lasting. They're not like a quick fix. You don't build up fitness and then it goes again the next day. It's a process. And this is who you are now. You're someone that does workouts. Let's go, last one. Okay, you've made this decision to join me on this journey. And whether you stick with me for 6 days or 31, you've made that decision. So let's keep going. Good job. Keep it going. Over, over, over. Nice and slow. Really using those muscles. Getting every drop of energy out of those muscles. 3, 2, 1. Take a rest. Amazing, amazing work. From this position here, we're going to come into a lying position. So put your hips down into the mat. You can rest your head onto your hands. There is also a standing version for this. You're going to bring one leg back, holding your shoe around the laces or your foot around where the laces should be. And you're pulling your heel to your bottom, pushing your hips into the floor and keeping your knees together. So you're lying quad stretch here. And really pushing those hips into the floor. Well done. So we're just cooling down now. And you can take as long over this cool down as you'd like to. Let's switch sides. Good. Pull that foot. So you've got the heel onto your bottom. If you can't get your foot to come all the way back, don't worry. If you want to be able to increase that flexibility and stretch, you can use a towel or a long resistance band around the foot and you can just pull. Okay, but please make sure that you listen to your body. If your body's saying no, then you need to respect that. Well done. And let's spin around. Last little stretch we're going to do is a glute stretch. So you're going to lie down onto the mat. Now we've done this one already, so hopefully if you did yesterday's session, you'll already know it. You're going to bring that ankle over onto your supporting leg here, and you're going to scoop through and pull on the leg. Okay, so you're going to pull on that bottom leg. If you can't quite manage the full movement, that's absolutely fine. If you want a little bit extra into the hip, you can push on the inside of the knee, so you get a bit of rotation into the hip as well. Let's switch sides. So leg comes over, ankle onto supporting leg, scoop up through, pull. Well done. So tomorrow's session, we have got day number 6. We've got a low impact cardio session for you. It's a pyramid session. It's a lot of fun. There are only 4 exercises in the session tomorrow, and take a rest. So if that sounds like the kind of thing that piques your interest and that you think that you would enjoy, then join me for tomorrow's session. It doesn't have to be tomorrow. It can be in 2 or 3 days' time. Absolutely not a problem by me at all. Please remember, this 31-day journey is designed to fit into your life, whether you do 31 days, 62 days, or 100 days. I just want you to follow me on this journey and to really make it your own. Please leave me a comment. Let me know how you're getting on. I really, really want to know. Leave a like, share with your friends. And don't forget, if you'd like to support the channel more directly, then you can join the membership. Links of how to do that are in the session description. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I cannot wait to see you for tomorrow's cardio pyramids. It's going to be a lot of fun. Take care. Bye.